internet peoples. This is your girl, Queen Cushy, back at it again. If you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button so you can subscribe to my channel so you won't miss my new content that I got coming up for you guys. We're gonna have a little bit of fun, we're gonna have a little bit of serious moments in my whole little channel, you know. So depending on what you want to talk about, what you want to hear, I got it for you. Just leave comments, let me know. We can go back and forth all day, but at the end of the day, it's all love, okay? Today, our topic will be colorism. And for that beautiful topic, I have my two sisters with me. You guys want to introduce yourself?
I'm Brittany. And I'm Macy.
The topic of colorism in the Black community, you know, for some people it's taken seriously, for other people it's taken as a joke. For me, any topic that's dealing with Black people is taken seriously and not slightly. No, not, I don't know. I can't think of the name. Kindly. Is that it? No, I ain't. Anyway, but I don't like being too serious about it, you know, just because it seems like when you're too serious, people feel like that it's coming off as you're a little angry about it. And in no way am I angry about it. It's just, I want our people, like I don't care about any of the outsiders, just want our people to understand that at the end of the day, we are all Black. But for some reason, we subcategorize ourselves in different skin tones. So as you can see, got a little dark shade, quote unquote, light shade, quote unquote, and then I could be the one, really.
Right
Said you what?
I'm y'all skin tone.
Yeah, alright.
And I'm caramel.
Girl. Caramel. Alright. Well, they could be whatever the hell they want to be. Obviously, you can be whatever the hell you want to be. You can wake up tomorrow and be a dog. But anyway, this is the category that we put ourselves in with skin tone. You know, if you want to put yourself in the category of being Afro-Latina or Haitian American or, you know, any of that nationality, cool. At the end of the day, you know, you Black, represent Black people. But for many, many years, there has been this fight, I guess, with light skin versus dark skin. We see it every single day. People joke about it every single day. People talk about it every single day. Except we bypass it as if it's a joke. But I feel like for some people, we've actually been in situations where it wasn't a joke. And we shouldn't take it as lightly as we should or bypass it, because in the media, when things happen and people are portrayed in a certain way and certain people have something to say about it, other people don't understand where they're coming from. In this video, I just want to see if there is two sides to the story. I talk individually to Brittany and Macy about, you know, certain things that come up with, you know, colorism, but I don't think we all actually had this conversation together in a sense. So today, I would like to start with Macy. Do you feel like your light skin has ever been a privilege for you of being Black? Because both her parents are Black, but do you feel like you've ever had a privilege because you're light skin?
I definitely think it's glorified, especially in the Black community. And I definitely think, even when you see like rappers and like stuff like that, they got a lot of light skin or fair skin girls in their video or whatever, which other, you know, rappers do have dark skin girls as well, or chocolate girls as well. But you see like, it's like almost like Black men kind of glorify it. Also, I feel like sometimes it's like, oh, I got a light skin, I got a foreign, They think just because you light skin, you a different nationality or you different. Like, I'm not different, I'm Black too. Like,
have you ever felt like your light skin has made you an outcast in the Black community?
Yeah, definitely.
You feel like you weren't accepted enough?
Mm-hmm, for sure. I think it's that on top of the fact that I'm proper and very well spoken on top of that. So it's like people see me, they hear me, they hear that I'm like, I talk the way that I do, I articulate the way I do, I'm very educated, and they be like, oh, you white. Oh, you too white. Oh, you ain't Black enough. Oh, is your mama white? Like, they just automatically assume that I'm white, and I'm like, nah, I'm Black.
And Brittany, Do you feel like your dark skin has gained you any privilege in the black community, or do you feel like it's made you more of an outcast in the black community?
Neither. I'm black. I ain't never been in a situation where my skin color really mattered. And but it goes back to, can I say niggas?
Yeah.
I'm saying I don't know our audience. Yeah, I'm a nigga, so I'm gonna say it. Niggas glorify light skinned bitches as if they're better than a darker tone or caramel, whatever. If it's not light bright, then it ain't it. That's how niggas come off. Mm-hmm. But some females, they come off the same way. I think that's a stereotype though of light skinned women too. Like some people just think, not saying y'all or anything, but like some people just think, like I was saying earlier, like if you light skin, you automatically like stuck up. You know what I mean? Like you got this thing about you to where you feel like you better. But I really think that it's the community that does that, and then that makes everybody else feel a type of way. It's like, oh, look at how he's talking about her, how he's looking at her, or whatever. And then that, I feel like then that falls back on then like their insecurity. You know what I mean? Or then you might have like darker skinned women being like mad about it, like, oh, you know, I want to be like that, or why they ain't paying attention to me, or whatever. I also think that it's a preference, and instead of people saying that it's a preference, they're glorifying it like that's something that everybody needs. Right. Everybody got their own preference, and if yours is a lighter skinned version of a woman or a male, then say that that's your preference rather than upholding this bitch like she next to God and or trying to down anybody else that's not your complexion or whatever. Right.
So because of that, do you individually feel like you've ever had animosity? Like have you felt like you had animosity from a light skinned woman because of that?
Have I ever had it towards a light skinned woman? I'm the shit, bitch. Like, no. I give a fuck about your skin tone. White, right. Beyonce. Don't give a fuck who you are, what you look like. In my head, I'm that bitch. If I was a bum, I'd be that bitch. Animosity towards a light skinned girl. Not animosity, but definitely when I was younger, I'm like, I don't know who to trust, kind of. Let me go back. So, to video on a YouTuber, Queen Naija, y'all probably know her, and she spoke about how basically like darker skinned women, or I don't know, I think she said little black girls used to make fun of her and talk about her, and because she had long hair or she had a certain type of hair, curly pattern or curlier pattern, and she was light skinned, and they would talk about her. She's like, oh, I always be the little black girls make fun of me or whatever. I've never felt like that because I've always felt in my heart that I'm a black girl. So I've never been like black girl da-da-da-da. That I would never describe it like that. Like I'll be like maybe little bald-headed bitches. Like, you know what I mean? Because I always felt like for me it was kind of more about hair. Right. It was more to me more about hair than it was about skin tone. Right. Because I always had long hair. I always had like a different texture than other people. Mm-hmm. So to me, growing up, it was more about hair, and I had animosity more towards bald-headed ass bullies. Shit. Yeah. Really? It wasn't really oh, that black girl said this to me, because I'm a black girl too, so I would never address somebody. If you honestly feel in your heart that you're black, you would never say these black bitches or something like that. Like, for instance, Hazel E, when she called darker skinned women black bitches. Mm-hmm. But aren't you black? Santana, whatever that bitch name is. But she's not black. She's Hispanic. Yeah. And see, that
just goes to show, I feel like, the stereotype too. Because what did she say? She said that black men treat Latino women better. Mm-hmm. And I think for that goes like, we don't have any men on this stand, to speak their part right now. But I feel like for that part, it's definitely something that the black men in our community has to stand up to. And I feel like, you said no. Nah, I don't give a fuck what they say. It ain't no treat better. A nigga is gonna treat you how they gonna treat you. I don't give a fuck what race you is. And I don't need no nigga to sit here and say it either. But I do like, you gonna get treated
how you gonna get treated. And you gonna allow and accept what you gonna allow or accept.
Right.
It ain't no treat better or treat
Right.
different.
Right.
I'm saying in the sense of our black men, like our black men that have white partners. You know, I don't give a fuck about that. You feel me? I believe that a black person should be with a black person. Of course, I appreciate it all day long. But your preference is your preference. But my thing is that I see a lot, especially scrolling down my Facebook feed, social media, is that a black man can be with a white woman or have a baby mother that's white, and because of that, she feels it's okay for her to say nigga, disrespect black women, say shit about black women, all because of they little pillow talk that they have at night comes to where she feels like that she can say this shit in the forefront.
Yeah.
That is you as a black man, as you having an interracial relationship, you as a black man need to address that and say, I'm not with you because you're Latino or you're white, or you can't say nigga just because I'm fucking you. Like, it doesn't work that way.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say I think that's where black men need to stand up and say that. What about with, like, attitudes? Do you as a dark skinned woman ever feel like that people automatically think you got like an attitude or feel like you got some type of anger problem or something just because of your skin color?
Nah, not because of my skin color. But I've been getting that since I was in 8th grade. The stuck up, think I'm better, attitude.
You as a light skin think that people think you're emotional on the soft.
Definitely. Definitely. But the sad part is I am though. I mean, I'm not soft, but I am definitely emotional. And if I feel some type of way, like people don't know. Period. I'm not the type to hold shit in.
Oh, what about like with representation? It's already, I feel like, not enough black people in, you know, you'll be watching the show and whether it's light skin or dark skin, it's like never really enough black people, or they have that like token black friend, and then that token black friend somehow end up being gay or some other bullshit. Like, do you ever feel like you got representation of who you were and what you look like in the movie or in watching TV?
Ask me again.
Do you feel like as a black woman with your skin tone, do you feel like you ever seen yourself, a representation of yourself, like growing up or even now?
Elaborate.
Like, you know how a lot of the Tyler Perry movies and a lot of the darker skin, like think about Why Did I Get Married?
He has the stereotype of
the chocolate women
the chocolate woman has to have an
loud.
attitude.
Think about that one,
or have like some type of kinky curly hair, like or something.
And then the light skinned girl is like
married
and she cheated on her husband and she's messing around. You know,
that's fucked up because I ain't never
put the two together,
pinpointed that shit out. Hell no.
I definitely noticed it.
Yeah.
I definitely noticed it.
It's like a
it's
lot.
sad. And that's why
that's fucked up.
Like, if you ever noticed Taraji P. Henson, I'm glad they be giving her other roles, but it just seemed like majority of her roles
is the attitude.
She has such a bad attitude. Right. She's loud. She's, I'm running this. And, like, that's how all black women are. All black women aren't like that. Like, at all. At all. And that's another thing, like, they always ghetto and stuff. That's why I think, too, like, people looked at me different. They're like, you're not ghetto, you're not loud. I mean, I am loud. But they're like, you're not ghetto, you're not, why you talk like that? You know, they're not used to that. I feel like that's where they get the stereotype, too, of the light-skinned woman that is just mixed. Because anytime there is, like, a light-skinned woman, it's like her mother has to be white somehow. Or her dad is white somehow. Like, if it is a light-skinned black woman, you can clearly tell she's light skinned black, and she got like some type of curly hair or something. It's like she can't just have two black parents. It always has to be a white woman or a white man that has to be like involved in order to make this black woman mix, or black woman light skin with curly hair.